What is everybody? Welcome back to the Transparency. Charlie Kirk. This is a live Tyler Robinson's first actual in-person court appearance. They are deciding about cameras. Should cameras be in the courtroom or not? That is what we are going to be discussing. When I say we the people of Utah, we the people of the United States, it is up for debate right now if Tyler Robinson can get a fair trial without cameras in the courtroom. The defense has got it to the point that Tyler Robinson will be able to be in, street clothes, suit, tie, jacket, whatever. There's going to be one camera, one video recording device. So we'll have audio, video, and then one person's allowed to take pictures in there. They're just not allowed to, at any point in time, put the camera on his restraints. So there's got to be cameras in this courtroom. How you say that there is not is beyond me. This is just like a no-brainer. We should be demanding transparency. I don't think having cameras in the courtroom is going to deprive him of his right to a fair trial. I mean, if you think about it, in my opinion, what they're saying is that if potential jurors hear about any of the pretrial proceedings, then it would taint a jury pool. And that's your only argument. But sorry, we just went through it with the Idaho case. None of those proceedings should hide in closed doors, and you shouldn't have to worry about how you have to oral argue your case. Oh gosh, I can't say this out in public. All that stuff needs to stop. But because I'll tell you what, the people that are actually watching pretrial proceedings, they're the ones that are choosing to be informed. They're usually not the ones that are going to be at a trial. Potential juror that's, you're allowed to ask them questions about that as well. So let's just see what this is going to be all about. But we should be... You guys, the guy was murdered in front of us. Okay? I think we have the right to know and to see what the heck went on when somebody has the audacity to do something like that. Also, when you try to have the audacity, if this wasn't if he's a patsy, come on. Again, I just can't wait for the arguments. So I'm here. I'm checked in. I'm here for the arguments. What are going to be the arguments? Welcome, everybody. So again, we're just waiting for it to kick off and start. Perfect Harmony, welcome. New members. We got some new moms up in here. Cheers. Welcome. Ooh, what's up, Cammie? Let the arguments begin. Seen this notification, hurry up, and jumped on. Yes, Candace Owens, yes. That's what I was going to be planning on talking about today, and I still will, but I'm going to wait till after this. But Candace Owens, yeah. I have something to say about all of that. If you guys did not see, go back and check out my Idaho live from earlier today. Myself and Mark B collaborated on another amazing live as we are unraveling the timeline, the real timeline. What's really going on with the dog barks? Whose dog is it really? So we also made some phone calls. This is supposed to start at 2, so we got 5 minutes. Well, to my time, Eastern Standard. Yes. I was going to peek in and see what Andrea was talking about over there. But I always feel bad about doing stuff like that. So again, this is going to be Tyler Robinson's first time in actually the courtroom. He's appeared one time that we've ever seen him via Zoom, and the last time that we saw him, he was wearing that suicide vest, that green vest. So he is in street clothes. He can be in, I mean, anything. I'm guessing something nice. Curious if his family's there. Curious if they were given like a Zoom link or they're just watching on TV like the rest of us, or if they're there. They said it was a public safety concern. Remember, the latest is that they wanted him to be completely like free in terms of like no shackles at all. But he's going to be in restraints. They just cannot, the media cannot take pictures of that. I think that's how it should be. So. Woo! Really enjoying your channel and work, Lana. Thank you so much, Lisa. All things law, easier to understand, right? We're going to try. The latest in this case, man, I have a question about, we have a new video that has emerged. I mean, Candace basically called out Erica Kirk yesterday. Full stop. But there's a big video that I want to talk about, which is the person that's on the roof, who they are saying is the killer, and they're saying this man right here. He was running while the crowd is, going down to a crouching position. So I want to take a look from other angles to see how long it takes. We're going to do stopwatches and shit. I want to see how long it takes from these other angles when the crowd actually starts getting down. Because this dude is like already running and had been running on the roof when the crowd is, going down. And it's like, I mean, for him to be where he was with what this video caught, curious, very curious. What's up, Sherry, baby? Since we're here, I want to laugh a little bit. Sherry D giving out 5 to the transparent memberships. Okay, so last night, you guys know I have like a whiteboard. I have like Hector. I got a lot of fun stuff to be able to use and present information. You guys, I can't make this up, even if I tried. Let me make sure that this hasn't started yet. The heck's going on here? Okay. What the heck? What the heck? The heck is going on? All right. Okay. So I've ever used my devices here, whether it's Hector, whether it's the whiteboard, whether it's whatever. Okay, I've ever just used it for the purposes of with my casework to like put like casework like down and to like show you guys things for the first time ever. Okay, I receive a phone call or a text. I can't remember. What was it? Phone call. And you guys know anything about the spaces? People talk about it on X. I'm like, spaces? What the fuck is that? Like, spaces. Anyways, it's Dear Diary. Basically, Dear Diary. And last night, for the first time, I saw somebody using a fake whiteboard. Okay. Using markers. And they called it a, let's see what my notes say here.
Of this person, I did report and what they're saying.
Oh, there he is. First time. We'll come back to it. Oh, all right, there we go.
Just a database of the people's.
Okay, so we got a tie. Very skinny dude. Look at how skinny. He is super skinny. We're moving from one skinny perp to the next. Oh my God, look. They have the dude. That's ridiculous. None of that is needed. I've never seen that ever in a courtroom. Wow. Wow. Military. They might as well just put AKs in their hands. Jeez. Holy crap. Anyways, Tyler Robinson dressed in a tie. Yep, pants, suit. I don't think he has a jacket, but he's definitely in a. He's crossing his hands. I mean, wow, she should move her chair a little bit over. Get off of his restraints. Come on, don't be ruining it for all of us. Good thing his lawyer's standing right there. I can see this courtroom already blows. What a horrible spot for a camera. I mean, geez. God, these people. I just can't even believe that they would. I've never seen anybody. I've never seen that in the courtroom. The military presence in the courtroom. I mean, he's thin. Look at this angle. This side angle like this. I mean, that's like a size. If he was wearing a halter top, you know, very thin. I don't know if it's just those chairs, but they make you look like a rope. Like they make you look so stiff, you know. Ooh. Oh man. Anyways, I guess as we're waiting here, this whole thing called Spaces, and somebody last night made a fake like whiteboard, and they called it a social chart, and they took everybody from the Karen Reed case who covers the case, I guess, or talks about it or whatever. And this woman put a line across the middle of her whiteboard and said, if you are above this line, you are good. If you are below this line, you are bad. And I'm like, and then there's a cunt central bill. Then there's a mental health bill. There's a lesbians we love section. There's a trust issue section. I fell out of my chair. I thought we were going to be talking about a case or something like that. Oh, these people. No, it wasn't about the case at all. It was about YouTube creators or anybody that's covering the case or the victims themselves or the witnesses. And I said, whoa, wait, what is this called? It is called a social chart. And I said, yep, that's about right. And I just can't believe it. I've never once in my life made a social chart. Have you guys? And of people that you don't know. I wasn't on it. I just was like, I wasn't on it. Okay, here we go. Thank goodness. I'm good in my social circle right here. This is my social circle. Look at it. All right, guys, come on. We got some sound here. Whew. This is for all the marbles. Cameras in the courtroom. Yes or no? What do we got? Tyler Robinson, first time not actually having a hearing or anything like that, or this is his first time physically in the courtroom. We have a new judge too.
Please be seated.
Like when I say new, he's not like he had like a lot of years under his belt.
Court is now in session.
First time I've heard a gavel.
Counsel, if you could enter your appearances, please.
Your Honor, Christopher Ballard, Ryan McBride, Chad Grunander, and Lauren Hunt on behalf of the state.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kathy Nestor, excuse me, Richard Novak, Stacy Visser on behalf of Mr. Robinson.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jeff Hunt and David Ryman appearing on behalf of the media interveners that are identified in our motion papers.
Good afternoon.
Michael Judd, Your Honor, Parsons, Bailey, and Latimer, on behalf of another set of media interveners also identified in the briefs.
Good afternoon. And I recognize Mr. Robinson in the courtroom as well. Good afternoon. And for the benefit of the record, calling case 251-403-576, State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Counsel, as we're moving forward today, I want to give an overview of what we anticipate doing. And it comes down, we're addressing three issues. The first is the October 14th, 2025 audio recording of the closed hearing and the October 24th, 2025 transcript of that hearing. The second is the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order, commonly known or referred to as the gag order. And finally, the motion for limited intervention to close, seal, or reclassify, and which has been filed by the media organizations and by counsel who are present today. So as we begin, the first part is we'll begin by addressing the October 14th audio recording and the October 24th transcript. This portion of the hearing will be closed so that I may hear from the parties regarding which portions of the recording, the record should remain sealed. All members of the public and the press will be excused, and the hearing will not be broadcast. This is because I need to hear what should or should not be sealed or protected, and it would not benefit to have everyone listen to what should be sealed. And so after I've heard argument, we will invite all parties or the public and the media to come back in, and the hearing will resume transmission. We will then take up the motion for limited intervention, followed by the state's motion to amend or clarify the publicity order. These portions, the last two portions, will be open to the public and to the press. After hearing argument on all three matters, I will take a brief recess and then return to issue my ruling today. We will then stand in recess. So at this point, we'll go ahead and excuse the public.
Okay, wow.
And temporarily.
Okay,
Your
so
Honor, we have one request with respect.
Yes, counsel.
Thank you. Richard Novak for Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson has some immediate family members who are present, his father, his mother, and his brother.
oh, there you go.
And we would ask the court to permit them to remain in the courtroom during the closed portion of the hearing.
To the state.
My only concern with that, Your Honor, is that we're going to be talking about court security measures. And I don't know that we'll have to go into a lot of detail about that, but I do have concerns about discussed in public.
All right. Mr. Novak, do you have authority that supports allowing them to remain in a closed hearing?
No, I think it's subject to the court's discretion to decide who is and is not an appropriate
member of the public. I think they have a unique relationship with Mr. Robinson, and they would certainly abide by any orders the court makes concerning
Interesting.
disclosure of what is discussed in closed session. But obviously, it's up to the court.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. I'm going to rule that they will be excluded as well. It is just given the nature and the sensitivity of it, I believe it is appropriate to treat all parties in the public equally, though I do recognize their relationship with Mr. Robinson. Thank you for your request. All right, we will go into the closed session. Thank you.
Okay, so this is not going to be long that it's closed. This is just to basically discuss what they're about to discuss on the record, but to make sure that everything's okay. The only thing that they really are concerned about is how the security of the court's going to work. Okay, because obviously we don't want the public to hear how we're transporting and where we're setting up things to, make this such a safe and secure place. And if we give away all of that, then it becomes that this isn't a secure and safe place. So, yeah, that's all I see with that. I don't think that it's biased at all. That is, I'm actually shocked, like literally shocked that his attorneys asked for that. I think that what they don't want is they're trying to protect the family from going outside and then the media going up to them. Well, what they should have done is they knew that this was going to be closed in the first part. They knew that because they had an itinerary. They should have just had the Robinson family wait, okay, somewhere, okay, and then it came in once it was open. I mean, that's what any logical person would have recommended. Yeah, sorry. I just want to know who is logically handling lawyers' cases, like logistics. I just whoa. In college we had a basketball for the basketball team or the football team. You have an operations manager. You have, jeez, just so stupid. So I don't think that his family should be in there. If it's a closed proceeding, it's closed to everybody. I think that if he would have ruled any other way than that, then I think that that's a bias. So it should be closed. It should be closed to them. Like, they shouldn't have special privilege. And this portion of being closed is literally just to talk about the logistics and safety and how they're setting up security. So I don't see anything it should be we should not be hearing this. That's how it should be. Lana, has he waived speedy trial? No. So again, because I want to laugh, the day that I put a social chart on my on my channel for the purposes of me telling you who is good and who is bad, I'm gonna need you to beat my motherfucking ass, okay? You are good and you are bad and woo! Just had to. Sorry, just can't stop. It is to discuss the October 24th motion on closed hearing and the reason for it. Yeah, safety. Yep, that part can't. We shouldn't know about that. Tell me if I was attending this, okay, in person to report on it, okay, I would be freaked out if the public knew on how the sheriff's department was protecting all of us. If you guys all had that intel, if these sick sons of bitches out there had that intel, I don't want to go in there and report, personally. That would put fear. I'd be fearful. I don't want anyone to know how they're going about keeping us secure if you were to be there. So I think now what should shock all of us is is when the cameras come on and they go right to the fact that there is military presence in that courtroom, or at least it looks like it. I have no idea why the sheriff's unit is dressed like we are going to Afghanistan, man. Wild. I've just never seen that in my entire life. I feel like I keep saying that a lot lately. Like, I just never heard of that, or I've never seen that. Is Erica attending? She's just been TPUSAing it, okay? Tip a canoe. I have no idea what Erica Kirk's doing. Don't know if she's there. I'm sure we'll hear all about it. I'm sure. But there is new. If I was him, I would not waive any of my rights. I would speedy trial this up and blast it. You know, when you waive your rights for speedy trial, I'm just telling you, the only people that you are helping is the government. We wouldn't have those rights if it helped the government. Your right to a speedy trial, you know, it was for the purposes of like, so that they can't keep delaying a trial for like an innocent person to have their day in court. You know what I mean? That's the purpose of it. So these defense attorneys who tell you that I can't do that, we can't go to trial, I'm not ready. Like, I think that they shouldn't be able to say that to you. They shouldn't be able to say that to you. They should then I go, okay, then tell me right now, because we're bowing out. Like, we need somebody else in here. Like, to have a lawyer say I can't be ready to go to trial and you're gonna have to waive your right to a speedy trial because otherwise it's gonna be ineffective assistance of counsel. And I'm gonna say, newsflash, trial strategy, this is what we're doing. Like, then it looks like you guys are gonna put on like 5 to 10 more lawyers on my case because I'm not waiving my speedy trial. I'm not waiving that right because you're over here telling me that you can't be ready to go to trial. Well, pick somebody else for me. You know, so I think that needs to just, I wouldn't waive. But all these attorneys talk all these clients into waiving. Waive your right to, and it's just like, why? Why am I why? I think that the only case that you should be working on in a case like this, when you have a case like this, is just this case. I don't think that you should have any other clients. I think that all of your billable hours should be going straight to this case because it should be taking you 12 to 15 hours a day. If you're going to sit here and tell me that when you were working on my murder trial, my case, right? That's why you get paid like $300, $400, $500 an hour, right? So why should you be able to work only 3 hours on my case per day? Why do you think that you should be only able to do that? I need you focused on my case. I don't need you focused on some fucking assault and battery. Sorry. So, I don't know. These defendants need to get more. Maybe we need to teach this to people in school. Maybe we need to talk about like, hey, if you're ever in a situation where you become a defendant, this is what you need to do. How many people would go and raise their hand and take my class? I think everybody would love to take my class. I want to teach the high school kids. Listen, guys. You're black, they're already gonna just boop. Okay. If you're Mexican, they're already gonna like, come on. Come take this class. People don't know their rights. Speaking of rights, Luigi Mangione case. Totally been watching that, okay, on the side. Oh man. I'm really curious to see how this works because now we're hearing about the inevitable discovery doctrine coming up. That they're basically saying, well, it was inevitable for them that they were going to find this. And I'm thinking to myself, not if, can you imagine if Luigi Mangione did not give his fake ID and he would have actually given his actual ID? Does anybody know how devastating that was of a move for him when he gave his fake ID? There should be cameras in the courtroom for that case. So, but listening to them talk about horrible move, because when they ran his ID and it was a fake ID, that's giving a fake ID to an officer is a crime. Okay. If he would have given his regular ID, like who he is, here you go. They don't have any probable cause at that point. It's just going to be interesting how this all like flows out. But once he turned over a fake ID, okay, not that it's some big, huge crime, but it is a crime. Okay. You cannot, that's falsification. All right. You cannot give a police officer a fake ID. But, okay. But even though he gave a fake ID, it depends on what the knowledge of at that point that police officer knew anything of. Like, hearing him testify on the stand, the cop said, right when he asked him to remove his mask and he took his mask down, he's like, I knew it was him. That's what the police officer said on the stand. In this, they're doing like, motions to get shit tossed out. And well, guess what? They never read him his Miranda. They never Mirandized Luigi Mangione. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. They didn't do that with, well, they did it halfway through Dr. Moore's case, but when they were talking to him, but they just go and start getting into his shit. And I think I posted it the other day. And I made a big post about it because I think it's a big deal. It's funny that the state wants context into the body cam that the defense entered into evidence. The state was like, well, we need to enter in the whole thing because that's giving it false contents and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like you do every day with probable cause warrants, affidavits that you fill out. You guys know other things, and yet you're lying that you're acting like you don't know those things, and that would be context. And so you guys want context so much so that you want body cams, more of them, to be released to the public so that the public sees everything in its totality. And I just laugh. I'm like, oh, wait, you guys want context now? Now context matters? It never matters for your probable cause affidavits that you guys write up every fucking day. And so I laugh at that. And yeah, because it looks bad. It looks horrible for the state. In Pennsylvania, there was no search warrant to go through any of that shit. None. And they just start going through his stuff. Okay? They didn't know who Mark Rosario was. I want to hear, the thing that we should be wanting to hear is what it came back over the radio. Okay? And then what steps did you take right there? It's like, I'm going to arrest you for falsification. You understand? And then read him his rights for falsification and then drag his ass down to the station. That's what you would do. I mean, how is that? That's just such common sense to me. Did you guys go to school for this? Like, how are you a police officer, man? I'm arresting you for falsification. Then you're going to be able to hold him, just like detain him. All you have to do is detain him. Like, what are these people thinking? Let's just do all this weird ass, crazy ass shit in this McDonald's. Why? So his statements are going to be tossed. And then I think it's going to be interesting with what gets tossed because They did not have a search warrant, and they went through. Oh, and then to try to claim, well, I thought the bag had a bomb in it. Yeah, because then you guys have this. You would have had the SWAT team. I mean, protocol. Are you kidding me? You did not think that there was a bomb in that bag, or you were like, or you're trying to act like you did, but you really didn't. But like, let's just say that so then we can go through that type of stuff. They literally show up because people in that McDonald's are like, dude, that's the New York City shooter. Like, what? Yeah. Multiple people they were saying that said that, but yet where are these people that actually thought that it was him? It was just the manager that called. Where's any of these witnesses that were actually there eating McDonald's and went up to the manager to say, hey, XYZ. We think that this is him. We think that this, where are these witnesses? Where are these McDonald's customers? I have never heard in my entire life anybody ever say, I'm going to go tell somebody else that I think at the time, there was money that you can get. There was a huge ass reward. Don't you want your 75,000? Give me my money. Give me my money. Like, what? So I don't want the money. I'm just going to go tell McDonald's manager, hey, I'm going to need you to call the police because I'm telling you, we always come and hang out at this McDonald's. There's like, 6 of us older dudes, and we all wanted to come up and tell you that we need you to call the police and let them know that that's the New York City shooter back there. And you can have our $75,000. There's a big reward. Go collect it. Said no one ever. Okay. When did you get? Oh yeah, I got it. It's very brief. She's like laughing. Do you hear her giggling in that call? Bizarre. Again, I don't want anyone to get away with a crime ever in life. Okay. If but I've seen it happen one too many times that people that didn't commit a crime are being just do the right thing. If you don't know the right thing, I don't know, Google it or quit your job, get a new job. Like maybe something needs to change here, but this was the simplest thing to go up to somebody. But you have to think about this. If somebody truly called in and said that, then don't you think that you should if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be like rushing over to the Altoona McDonald's. Okay. I'm going to be calling this in to say, okay, hey, this is like a very big thing. If this is this person, what's our protocol for something like this? Because this isn't just going up and waltzing up to somebody. This person can be armed and dangerous, all of these things. And that's just what would be in the back of my mind. And that's what you'd be saying and talking about with your comrades. But hey, whatever. Safety first. If you always think safety first. But yeah, so he gives a fake ID. And once he gives this Mark Rosario fake ID, remember that Mark Rosario fake ID was what he checked into allegedly, supposedly, with all those that hostel that he stayed at. But can you think about this? What if he wouldn't have given the fake ID? It would have come back as Luigi Mangione, right? Then what happens? Then what do these Altoona dudes do? And the female that was there, what do they do? So I think the only saving grace that they're going to have potentially here is that he gave that fake ID. But if he does not give that ID and he actually gives his own ID, all of this would be tossed, in my opinion. Like no questions asked, done, tossed. So you can look at it either way. Like the cop should be like praising the Lord that Luigi Mangione handed him a fake ID. Or you could say, wow, Luigi, your biggest mistake right there. They would have to let him go. No one knew Mangione's name. Yeah, that name was not used anywhere. And that's why I'm shocked. Like, you don't want to link yourself to Mark Rosario at all. Like, and someone could say, like, well, Lana, you would never think to do that. I'm like, yeah, you would, because you would, if you're using that ID to do all the shit that you were doing in New York, why the fuck are you showing that to somebody, a police of all people? Especially if you had all these other fake IDs, why wouldn't you show one of the other ones? It doesn't make any sense. It's actually just mind blowing. But he got a little nervous, I guess. You would have burned the Mark Rosario ID. Gone, burned. That wouldn't have even been an option to even be Mark Rosario. So, yeah. I don't know how 5 days later you still even have all that stuff on you. So, again, I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out. And what they're calling a manifesto is laughable. It's not like he wrote out, like, I'm going to go do this, I'm going to go do that, and I'm going to go do this. And the kid had he had a shit ton of cash on him. Shit ton. Shit ton of cash. Ooh. I don't know about that because he said his name. I don't know. When they asked him what his name was, he said Mark Rosario. And then they said, do you have ID on you? So when he was asked the question, he just went with Mark Rosario instead of saying Luigi Mangione. Luigi Mangione. Luigi. Again, we're just sitting here waiting patiently. We are in the midst of the beginning part of this hearing, not open to the public. I just want to know what their next play would have been when he would have said Luigi Mangione. My name's Luigi. I would have been like, well, first of all, I'd been like, why are you asking me? Get the fuck away from me. I would have acted like I had Tourette's. Like, I just think it's hilarious. Like, why are you talking to them in the first place? I'd have been like, excuse me? I don't have to give you my ID. I don't have to talk to you. Have a good day. Hey, get back here, kid. If he gives Luigi Mangione, if he gives his normal name, he gives his ID, it would come back and it's just like, you can just ask, like, what is this about? Officer, what is this about? Was he there on a bus? Like, that's the other thing. So he just got there, dropped off on a bus. Again, he's got the best lawyers in the country. Luigi Mangione. And you know who else? She was, she was making some killer points. What was it? She was like, do you normally do that? It was just about like protocol. Do you normally do that? Is that something that you normally do? Like if yeah, I think that all those cops were well they were coached. They were coached. They probably have some leave that was happening a week or two before that, these hearings, these days, or for this hearing and the days that it took. Luigi Mangione being sick the one day, I thought that was interesting. I want to know how he was sick. No, they didn't. I didn't. You wouldn't listen. YouTube didn't shadow ban anything. Okay, I switched the live of what it was titled. Please don't write that in the chats. That's not accurate at all. I changed the live title of this. It was me going to be talking about what Candace Owens had put out, but I remembered I was like, oh my God, he's in court today. So we're going to talk about that later. Candace Owens goes ham on Erica. I believe that she's correct. Let's just hope and pray cameras stay in the courtroom. Transparency is important. Okay. Transparency for all. Transparency. Yes. That's what happened. I'll put out another notification for it too. Wow. Law and Crime only have 845 people watching their. I always pay attention to these numbers because there should be like hella people should be watching this. There's normally hella people watching. For Law and Crime to only have 781 in chat watching live. I mean, this guy was assassinated in front of us, right? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. To not put this out to the masses, but maybe they don't want people to watch. Hey, members. There you go. I love it. Okay. Please go check out my latest live on the Idaho 4 case. I'm having a follow-up phone call with a BW3's regional manager because we need to find out everything to do about November 12th going to the 13th at 3 a.m. and if BW3's in any way, shape, or form had any type of training that would have taken place because when I talked to the manager today on a live phone call, she couldn't even believe it. She was like, what the heck are you talking about? You know, if you guys saw it, you saw it. And said, absolutely not. There was no training and we would never, ever ask people. It would be unrealistic and unreasonable to ask employees to come in at 3 a.m. for a training session. And when she called me back, when I got off my live, I get a phone call back. I'm like, I thought it was the courts telling me about Hitler. Nope, it was BW3's. And she wanted to provide me with more information. But the part that was crazy in that more information is that she looked up the date and she said, because when she called, she's like, what specific date are you looking for? And I was like, well, would you ever do it like on like the weekend? I said, I'm trying to get the date exactly, but it was on a weekend. It was on a Sunday, which would have went. She's like, absolutely not. No. Because of church. That was another thing she was adamant about. So we would have asked people to go Sunday from 3 a.m. until like what time? I said till like 6:30 the next day. She said, what? She said, we can barely pay our bills. She was awesome. She was talking about how much money that would have cost. She's like, so we would train 20 people for 12 hours. She's like, do you know how much money that would cost? And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? And then she's like, well, definitely we wouldn't do anything on a Sunday. Like, and I was like, well, yeah, no, it would be like 3 a.m. on Sunday morning until like 6:30. And she was then she went off the deep end and she's like, there is no way. She's like, she's like, nobody would schedule that. And then to be able to even get that approved, like, she's like, we would get in trouble. Like, I was like, so no holiday. She's like, no training would take 12 hours. We would never have anything that would last that long. We could never expect to ask an employee to train for 12 hours. And I was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And she said, oh, and then I said, I was like, well, 3 a.m. until 6 p.m. the next day. She said, that's more than 12 hours. I was like, yeah, probably. They're not too good with math over there. It is. It's 15 hours. Unbelievable. Oh gosh. It's just wild. It's like, and this is what's crazy for me with you guys. Like, here's Idaho. Here's the Idaho detective. Yep, that sounds right. 15 hours of training at BW3s. 15 hours of straight training at BW3s. Now, unless Danny Vargas got it completely wrong and he did not work at BW3s, you get what I'm saying? Like, because I was actually shocked that BW3s was not redacted in the report. Okay. So for somebody to train from 3 a.m. until 6 p.m., I was like, damn. You know how much money that is in hourly? If you got 20 people and you're paying them probably at that time, I don't know what, $15 an hour, $12 an hour. 20 people times 15 hours, and then times that by just do easy math, $10 an hour. Let me know how much that is. Sign me up for that. I just don't believe anybody and any kid in any business is going to have training at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday that goes until 6 p.m. on a Sunday. And that they're doing it with 20 people. And that there's no way that would be happening during the actual hours. If you're training 20 people at B-dubs, who's actually working? Because Sunday's a big football day. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. You're very entertaining. Thanks for keeping this going. I'm trying, you know. It's definitely not a holiday weekend, and they don't care about that. Not for them. They celebrated that on Friday. That's when that holiday was celebrated. It was the Friday before. I've already looked into that. That's not how bars operate either, about paying overtime or anything like that. It's not like that. Anyways, all crap. All just crap. But here's the best. Here's the cake, like the cherry on top is these detectives. This was like, okay, sounds great. Have a good day. Bye now. And then they went to BW3s to pick up a camera there. They have the camera footage from it was for surveillance for the road. so you go there and nobody was like, oh, hey, since I'm here, want to follow up. Were you guys doing a training session, Nope. Some Freemason training, yeah, on how to kill. It just, it's fireable. Like this stuff, like you should just not have this type of a job. Yeah, they went and picked up, they have camera footage from BW3s, but it's not, it's for, maybe they have him. I will just flat out die. If B-dubs, I'm going to check right now. Oh, because they put under miscellaneous. They're ridiculous. But now, wouldn't that just be something to see that you have this time frame and there's no car pulling into B-dubs? But they got the B-dubs camera footage. I think it was actually Idaho State Police that went for it, or it was Leslie Lehman. I think it was, yeah, or Kristen Nicole. I'll look it up today, but they definitely went and got the BW3 camera footage, and it was for the main street, just like how they were doing with all those 60-some, 70 businesses. No, wouldn't that just be something if BW3s is on a main road? Oh, Enton filmed big LE swap bringing Tyler into the courtroom. Really? Oh, was Brian Enton there? Good for him. Good for him. They must have asked for that extra muscle. Let's see. Why would they grab the camera if they were looking for his interview? It's because they were going around to all those businesses and they were getting the cameras for the main roads to be able to track down this car, this white Elantra. That they were going to have to talk about how many white vehicles were out that night picking up people and people driving around and getting food late at night. Yep, they're not in yet. You guys want to hear a funny rant? Murky, keep an eye on it. And I'm gonna play. I shouldn't say it's funny because like it's a real thing, but when I was going and doing some stuff, let me see. It'll help me with my. Okay.
She doesn't have much going on. You know, she lives with, you know, a guy that she hates. You know, he's a junkie. And Turtle Boy was her life. And it was Shannon and all of them. They're all the same way. Brett, that's one thing they all have in common was Turtle Boy was their fucking, that's all they had, you know? And so then they decided one day, like, I'm just going to declare war on this guy. And I'm going to release some of the most sensitive, private conversations that, you know, keep in mind, this woman, like, pretended to give a shit about my mental health and, you know, told me personal stories about her. And, you know, she was my friend. And then she's like, I'm just going to go and give all our conversations to people who hate you. And then they're going to replay our conversations on their channels. And then I'm going to convince you that you were hacked because you would never suspect me because you're my fucking friend. And, you know, I'm going to tell you to go to the police and file police reports. And I'm going to laugh when you do that the whole time. And you did that. You know, you did that. You wasted the police's time. You fucked with a lot of people, Chrissy. You're a shitty person. And I know you're never going to ever own up to that, but you are. And you know who knows you are too? The judge knows you are. You got the wrong judge today. The old judge, he's gone. And he goes, this judge today is like, I want to reschedule on a day that I'm here. He was offended by the fact that you were so confident that you weren't going to jail, that you didn't even show up today, that you did Zoom. And it didn't go well. I could hear it in Mike Maloney's voice today. I could hear it in his voice. He's nervous. He's nervous for you because he realized, oh shit, this new judge isn't fucking around. And Aiden is not fucking. Aiden don't play. He knows who I am. Mike knows what I do. He's represented me before. And if I were him, I'd be telling you, stay off the fucking internet. Like, why would you sabotage your own case like this? But you did it. You did it. So, anybody have any questions? Right? Let's see. She's hurt so many people that went out of her way to help her. Exactly. Like you helped. I mean, she fucked with Laura. Like Laura did nothing wrong. Joelle Fantini is like the nicest lady. Did nothing wrong. Chrissy took her private conversations and gave them to somebody else to try to get a harassment order against Joelle. Like, here, bring this to court. And because Joelle has security cameras in her house, outside of her house, right? And it picks up, you know, when the neighbors go by. And she shared some of those security footages with Chrissy. Chrissy screenshots them and sends them to her neighbors. Just to be, why? What was Joelle's crime again? Oh, right. Joelle's crime was informing me that you were Carmela Rodriguez or whatever the fuck, Teresita Mendoza. That's what she did. She informed me about all the aliases you were using to post negative things about me. That's what she did. She told me the truth. And then you tried to hurt her too. And you thought that Kate could save you. She can't. Where's she at today? Where's she at? And by the way, I got a text message. Get this, guys. I'm in court. I got a text message from a 601 number. I guess it's in Mississippi. It's obviously a spoof account. And it says, nice pink shirt, faggot. So I go and I tell the bailiff that. I'm like, I just got this text message. So I haven't posted pictures of me anywhere.
Trolling yourself.
I'm like, somebody is in this courtroom right now messaging me this. And, or it could be just, what I think probably happened was just, you know, one of Chrissy's goons or whatever was sitting outside the courthouse. Could be Chrissy herself, and just noticed what color shirt I had and wanted to fuck with me, you know, and send me that text message. But I alerted them, and they were on it. So I was smart too. Like intimidating witnesses, that was really smart. That was really fucking smart. That helped your case. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, Chrissy. Keep doing it. Because guess what? I always fucking win. You're nothing. Like I've slayed much bigger giants than you. You're just a trashy whore from fucking Uxbridge. That's all you are. You own a fucking window business and you suck a lot of dick. That's all you do. Okay. You got a bunch of freaking convictions that I didn't even know about. We're gonna have some fun with that now. And yeah, I mean, I feel bad for your kids. I feel bad for Tyler, and I feel bad for Brady especially because he's only like 13 or 14. I mean, Tyler's an adult. He probably hates you anyway. But yeah. So anyway, why don't we? Anybody else here?
Let's take some questions from the audience.
Oh, Rashana's here. Hi, Rashana. Nice to see you back. Big fan, I guess. Poor Joelle. Okay, what else we got here? Rue says, I don't know these stories. I need to read the old blogs. Yeah. There's a lot. It's a long story, basically. First, you got to understand the Hadassah thing. Then you got to understand all the other stuff, you know? Turtle Boy is all I have.
He pulled off the side of the road.
Let's see. All right, what up? Glenn Sullivan was deleted. Okay. You were hilarious on Rebels. Oh, she went on Rebels? You own that lady. I'm sure I mean, it's not hard to own. I mean, Rashawn is kind of like, I mean, she's irrelevant. She's just pathetic. Like, she's a loser, obviously. She makes
She's a loser,
t-shirts and
obviously.
thinks like she's witty. I don't know.
Some
She's like
fucking
obviously a deranged lunatic. I mean, Rashana has been messaging me story ideas for years, shitting all over Gaffney, all over Kate, all over these people, and then she ran to them. I mean, she's just like, you have to be a psychopath to do something like that.
Everybody's
And just look at the company you're keeping. Like, look around you. Like, nobody has. Look at Nick Schramm last
look
night.
at the
Like,
company. Exactly.
a theme that we're noticing here is nobody has teeth. You guys missed it last night. Nick Schramm at Hooters. He goes, I have no teeth either. You can hear it in the background. He took out his fucking dentures. He's like, I got no teeth either. He took them out. That happened in real life. It was hilarious. We're like, dude, okay. But that seems to be
That's
the theme with these people. All right. Anything else? She was a friend of many of us. Exactly. You owned no one, Lauren. Talking to you is talking like a brick wall. I mean, she's much smarter than you, Rashawn. I mean, I stood up for Lauren on the thing last night. I'm like, she's got the whole, because she talks like a California Valley girl, you're inclined to think she's stupid. Like, that's obviously what these people say. But no, she's fucking smart. Like, she graduated from Suffolk Law. You didn't do that. Yeah, and so she talks. She's got the White Valley girl accent to her. She's a lot smarter than you. Trust me.
Oh.
She's not making fucking t-shirts in her home,
He wears a new t-shirt every day
All right, anybody else?
from somebody that makes them in their home. I'm dead. This is just fucking my documentary is coming along beautiful.
Lauren is very smart, and she's exactly. She just doesn't give a fuck, She's unconventional. I need to drop this. Yeah. So you guys are like, yeah. I'm Lauren Laguna. Yeah. So like, that's actually not how a courtroom works. Actually, it's more like you have to file a motion, which you don't even know about. But she's right. I mean, just if you ignore the accent and if you just focus on the words, she's right about everything.
She's not smart. We've watched her episodes. I have now concluded that.
Anybody else have any comments or anything?
Anybody else have any comments?
I don't use Discord, but I could temporarily. What's up with Discord? I don't get it.
Oh shit! Just trying to keep us entertained here. Come on, Tyler, get in the courtroom.
What's with all these toothless peeps? I don't know, man. But when Nick Schramm brought out his teeth last night, it was like, wow. All right. So if nobody else has any questions, I guess we'll call it. I got to get the court audio. You should have just seen that judge just ripping into Maloney, though. He was so mad that he said that she didn't have a criminal record, and he was even more furious that she wasn't there. And you could tell that my statement and and Joel's statement and Hadassah's statement, like, they were effective. And like, we were in court, the fact that we were there and the defendant was so cocky and confident that the court was not going to do anything to her.
The defendant wasn't
Bad
there.
story.
This is a hilarious part for me. I don't know why.
All right, guys, let everyone kind of scroll back in here. I apologize for the delay.
Wait for
I just
that.
had to do a brief segment with Jerry. He wanted me on to talk about the drag queen story. By the way, I thought the storm was going to get rid of me, Jerry. I thought that was the thing, but I guess he still wants me back. So here we are.
Here it is.
All right, give us a thumbs up if you are back. We live. I think this is our third. I don't know if you should be getting a notification for this, I think. I don't see anyone here yet. We love people streaming.
I don't see anyone here.
Give us a thumbs up if you're there. I can't tell on goddamn whatchamacallit on the phone. I see one thumbs up there. Okay.
This is hilarious.
Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to get the notifications out. I'll let people stream on in here. We're at beautiful Wachusett Reservoir. It's a beautiful day outside, huh? Beautiful day. First day of summer vacation for my kids. No school today.
Wait for this. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
This is going to be, yeah, it is good. I promise you. This went really well. All right. So we got 6 or 7 people watching. Okay. All right. We'll let people kind of stream in here, and I'll just start talking. So you can rewind this if we got here. So here's the deal.
We got 6 or 7 people watching. Okay, here we go. I said that is not what he just said. I had to rewind it the other day, and I was like, "Wow, that's really what he said." All right, we got 6 or 7 people here. Okay, we can go.
All right. So we got 6 or 7 people watching. Okay. All right. We'll let people kind of stream in here, and I'll just start talking. So you can rewind this if you got here. So here's the deal. So I go to court today for Chrissy Yakimovsky for her wiretapping thing. Again, if you're not familiar with the story, Chrissy Yakimovsky it was a super fan of Turtle Boy for years. I consider her a friend. After a while, in 2019, when I wrote the Adasa stories out of Milford, Chrissy kind of inserted herself into it and went and taped a 45-minute phone conversation. Did I lose people? All right, we're back.
There's 6 or 7 people. Then he pulls off the side of the road. Okay, we're good. I don't know what. Okay, let's just go. I can't
Is it
breathe.
buffering? Can you guys hear me?
Is it?
I have no idea. Do something. Somebody comment if you guys can hear me. I have no idea how many people are watching. I'll see comments pop up on the screen if people are there. It's just buffering. Okay. Unfucking believable. Fucking golf carts. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Holler if you can hear me. Hopefully we're in a good zone now. I don't know why there was no intrusive reservoir.
We are waiting.
Unfucking believable. I don't know why the fuck it keeps buffering.
This is great.
If this isn't gonna work, I'll just wait till I get home. I'm gonna be home soon.
Wait, guys. He's like, nope. I'm just gonna pull over. No, you can talk to
Okay, are we live, folks? Can you guys hear me? Holler if you can hear me. If it craps out one more time, I'm just gonna stop. Okay, are we live, folks? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay, you can see. I can see you now. Okay, so let's talk about what happened here. I was there for Chrissy Yakimovsky because
Okay, this is a really important part of the story.
Chrissy Yakimovsky in 2019 recorded a 45-minute phone conversation with Hadassah Robeson, who I'd written a series of blogs about, and sent me that 45-minute conversation without ever mentioning that it was secretly recorded. And I played it.
True.
I played clips of it on YouTube and I posted it. Hadassah saw that and she realized, oh crap, I was wiretapped. Essentially, I did not consent to that. So she called the police. The
That's not how that played out at all.
Milford police spoke with Chrissy. She admitted, yeah, I did it, but I didn't know that was against the law. And then they contacted me to ask, did she tell you that it was illegally wiretapped? I said no, so that way she got a second charge for disseminating it as well. So I hooked her up with a lawyer named Michael Maloney because she wasn't happy with her first attorney, and I didn't think this was going to be taken that seriously, but it turns out felony wiretapping is actually a big deal. We are one of 11 states in the country that has two-party consent laws, which I disagree with, but it is the law. And she basically, she also had provision there where she was not allowed to have anything to do with Turtle Boy. I had never actually seen this until recently, but it was actually in writing. She cannot be on Turtle Boy at all. And throughout that whole time, the last 2 years, she has been actively helping me with Turtle Boy. She's been admin on the Facebook page. She has been sending me story ideas about Hadassah, specifically telling me, you should write about her the day before court because we want her razzled. Like all this crazy shit. So after Chrissy decided that right before her case was over, it would be a good time to fuck with me, she started going to the dark side. We've been down there. We've talked about that before, what she's done. She's a cunt. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll tell the prosecution all the things you've done to aid and abet this thing because I didn't even know about that order and blah, blah, blah. So I give them all this information.
Aww.
And
Is it ready?
this keeps getting continued. And then today, she doesn't show up. She's on Zoom. And
Okay. You guys can go check out my episode from the other night, laying it all out. But okay, whew. Is it back on? Let's take a look here. Just there we go. It's still not back on. Gosh. Again, guys, figure we could I'd be bawling too. Tyler Robinson's well, I don't know about you guys, but I just got an ab workout. Okay, 6 or 7 of you guys are here. Okay, here we go. Wait, I lost some of you guys. Hold up. Let me just pull up. It's funny. Tyler Robinson, though. God, how long is this taking? What are they doing? What are they doing in that room? Start, stop, start. No, stop, 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 start. Stop, 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 start. What? Remember, everybody's outside. It's no public is in the courtroom right now, so we're waiting patiently. We are patiently waiting. Thank you. Lana's laugh got me. Oh gosh, yes. Yes. Patiently waiting for Tyler Robinson, the open court arguments. So, whoopsies, wrong one. Gosh. So he goes on that car rant, guys. And then that wasn't enough that he decided to go live from the bar and rant some more about Chrissy. And was like staring into the camera. Like, listen. Oh, wait. Actually, I have the word for word stuff because it was in these documents. Hold on. This is all put into like this is a very big case I'm covering. Some very serious stuff. I couldn't believe this. He looks into the camera and tells Chrissy very weird stuff. But I would like to repeat some of this because it made me laugh. Only because it's like, what the hell is this shit? Like, what am I reading here? Okay, here. On June 18th, 2022, Aiden Kearney hosted a YouTube title, episode 493, Worcester softball mom, Easton Trump store attack, drag queen, is Chrissy going to jail? That was the name of the episode. And it says, in quotes, I don't know why you thought this was a smart idea, Chrissy, because you know me and you know what I do and you know I'm not going to rest. You know that, right? You like own a business. I am speaking to you, Chrissy, right now because I know she's listening. So you own a business, you have a couple kids or whatever, and a family, and it's called Royal Thermal View. Did you think I was going to make it like my mission to take all of that away from you? Did you think that? Yeah, Chrissy, you are going to, I am never going to stop until you are destitute, until you are in jail. Oh my God. I am not going to break any laws to do it. I'm not going to threaten you. I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm going to remind you every fucking day when you're alone and sad and crying that you are the dumbest fucking person who made the biggest mistake of your life when you decide to fuck with me. Me, of all people, me, the most vindictive fuck on the planet. And you're like, I'm going to fuck with that guy? Jesus Christ. That's a mistake, girl. Because we're his crusty panties. She's not. You guys, when you read it from a transcript, okay, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, these are in transcript. And I'm over here like, oh, I'm gonna love reading this. Like, this is like, you motherfuckers. That's a big mistake, girl. Because where is crusty panties? Like, she's not protecting you anymore. What you guys are probably like, what the hell's going on in this channel? Well, this is your entertainment, okay? You're gonna lose your lawyer now too. You are losing everyone because that's what I do to people, Chrissy, who fuck with me. And maliciously, I don't take it on the chin. I'm not one of those people that just moves on. I'm a vindictive fuck, and I'm not gonna stop. We're just beginning here. I'm not gonna stop destroying your life, just destroying it. Like, I am gonna take everything away from you that you love. I want you to feel as low as I did in early January when I found out that you betrayed me. I want you to feel that pain, and you're gonna feel it. I will not stop until you beg for mercy, and then I'm going to do it twice as much. Oh my God. You're going to feel the way I felt when I was in my garage and when I wanted to kill myself. End of the quotes. And I'm like, Jesus, what is going on? What is this case? Well, oh, I got this name now. Yes. Wow, shit. This was all 2020, 2022. But, whew. Jeez. Oh, it was it's in a court filing. What I am reading is in a 28-page court filing. It's all quotes. It's, yeah. So you guys know how Michael Proctor was asked those questions on the stand. He had to read them in. God bless America. They have to read this stuff in. There's a bunch of shit. This is all backdated witness intimidation and backdated wiretapping and fake evidence, manufactured evidence for court cases, both civil and criminal. And the court case is now, it was something that I thought went away in 2022, but no, it most recently, Aiden got emails and stuff about it as recently as there was supposed to be a trial in July of 2025. Wild. And this is called prior bad acts. This is ridiculous how long this is taking. Ridiculous. William, welcome. Got some new members here. Anyways, so I just so if you guys want to know any of my coverage on, I covered the whole Karen Reed trials from day one. I did a bunch of work on the digital evidence in the Karen Reed trials. And then by default, there was like another trial that basically came out from the Karen Reed trial, which was Turtle Boy, aka Aiden Kearney's case. And so obviously by default, it kind of was like happening in the midst of when that trial was going on with, the witness intimidation, and then the completely different 180 of a trial approach from the Commonwealth. And so it was like, take off like all like I want to start from the beginning, and I want to research and go and get all my own, FOIA requests and stuff like that. And, get the actual documents. And so, yeah. So it's a very, very, that trial is going to be, you guys, I think the last trial I had where I was like laughing more than anything was kind of like the Darrell Brooks trial. Do you guys remember that trial when he represented himself? Remember, like he was saying objection lacks, jurisdiction. He was like, he kept on bringing that up. But obviously everybody has attorneys here, but this is going to be, I don't think it's going to be anything what people expect. That's all I will say. That's all I will say. And then last night there was a social diagram, and I just lost. Oh, I just like, what the hell is this? A social diagram. I thought it was like a case thing. I was like, oh, nope. Here's my social chart. Is that even on the internet? I'm sorry, but if it is. Okay, so keep an eye on that for me, Mercs. Let's see. Social chart. I was like, shit. About fell out of my chair. Fell out of my chair. Bella was like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I can't breathe. I gotta show you why I couldn't breathe, because if I'm going to talk about it, like just a little glimpse. I think, oh yeah, okay. Where is it? Okay. God bless it. Okay, one would have thought, again, I use whiteboard, Hector. Visual presentations. And I said, what the heck is this? I was like, what is this?
Oh, Lally's in the cuck category, obviously. Lally. Bob from the record store. We don't have a legends category, but if we did, he would be in it. BR.
Okay, hold on.
Us, which by the way, never like, oh.
What is... Okay, here it was an activity. Come on. Okay. And I was like, oh, like, maybe this is about this.
We are going to do.
Maybe this is about the cake.
Okay, we're going to do our Horizon social chart. Okay, so we're going to do a project.
What? Horizon?
Okay.
What is that?
This is the Horizon social chart. This is the line where we put our people. If you do something wrong, you go below. If you do something good, you go up high. Some people start up high. Some people start down low. Okay. Can you guys see? Can you hear this? Okay, perfect. All right. For example, and by the way, you can put a name in the chat and I will put them on here. Okay. So we're going to start very simple. We're going to start with, Jimmy. So here's the Horizon social chart. This is where everybody starts. We're going to put Jimmy. Jimmy's up top. Okay. You can see that kind of. It's okay. All right. So there's Jimmy. Okay. Give me a name and we're going to plot them. Oh, okay. Crawford. So easy. Cryford.
What?
Cryford's down here below. Can you see? Perfect. Okay.
You
Cool. So we
guys,
got Nan. Nan's over here.
you guys, I was like, what? I thought it was about the case. This is about nothing about the case. This is about people. And if they are nice to her or not, and if they pick a side.
If you remember, Nan was above the social chart, but she is now below. BLT or the real, because the BLT parody account. Okay, LTL. Okay, sure. So LTL is right over here. They are actually connected. LTL is down here on the social chart. BLT, however, is he's like above. He's kind of above. I'm going to pull the comments on my phone. Yeah, because the parody and the real thing are two separate things. Let me get the chats.
You guys wouldn't.
Okay. Now I can see. I don't have to lean over. Okay. Let's see.
These were creators on YouTube that talked about the Karen Reed case. I'm like, what is this?
Tom CPU.
Tom CPU.
Because we get creepy vibes from Tom CPU.
Because we get creepy. What?
Belong here. Don't worry. Karen.
Karen Reed? Karen Reed is. Karen Reed's the fucking. She was the suspect in the case.
Karen's just below.
Karen is just below. Why? Poor woman was wrongfully convicted, accused, framed.
Car. Which car? Which Howie or Kathy Carr? So we're gonna put Howie Carr right on here because bless his heart, he just doesn't know. But Kathy Carr is all the way down here on my Horizon social chart. TT
What?
is up top.
Oh my God.
Erica Walsh.
Who are these people?
The Glare. The Glare.
I can't breathe. We're...
MLF is so insignificant. She's down here, right? Are we talking about the MLF pink lady? She's like almost completely off. Like she's like nobody. She's irrelevant. Is where we're at. Lindsay Gattani. For now. Mazda Media. Broken Baker. It's going fast. Aiden. Nurse Kim,
Oh, wait for this.
Melanie Little,
Wait for this.
only because I don't know her as much.
Because I don't know her. She's still up here.
This is wrong.
This is wrong.
She's nice, but I don't really know. Like, oh, Jeff.
Who? Trump?
Peter, the lawyer, you know.
Peter the lawyer you
Don't
know?
really know him very well. James
No.
Jackson.
James Jackson.
Like, she's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She's a little too sweet for me.
Oh, wait.
obviously. She's like on the line. Like, she's, you know,
Wait, watch
Emily
this.
C. Is that the one that does the videos?
Emily C. It's Emily D. Baker. Emily C. Listen to this. She doesn't even know her name.
She's like on the line. Like, she's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. She's a little too sweet for me. Obviously, you can tell. Kayla Churchill.
She's a huge prosecutor that used to prosecute cases out of Los Angeles. Her name is Emily D. Baker. Huge presence. I don't really know her.
All the cunts go below this line.
Wait,
so we're
what?
a little too sweet for me. Obviously, you can tell. Kayla Churchill. All the cunts go below this line. So we're making a line here. We're going to call this cunt central. Kathy Carr's down there. So Kayla goes down here. Mary.
What? Okay. Is this case back on yet? Anyways, I have completely. Anyways, is the case back on yet? Jesus Christ. I don't even know what's going on. Her name is Emily D. Baker. And then this is an area that just becomes called Cunt Central. What is that?
It goes down here. Like Cunt Central has its own. It's like a red box. LTL then Cunt Central.
Put a guy in there.
That's its own box. Perfect. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, Rat House. Love Rat House.
This is
I feel like you guys
unbelievable.
can see this, but Rat House is here too. I love them. They're great. They're fun. They're fun. KP. KP is not quite in Cunt Central right now. Cunt Central is made up of some serious
Not talking
cunt
about Emily
situations.
Baker. Oh,
Kathy Carr,
see?
Meredith, and Kayla and
There you
LTL
go.
are in Cult Central. I'm going to put KP just above here. She's lower than Nan. She's lower than James Jackson. She's lower than Tom CPU, but she's not quite in Cunt Central. Okay, let's see. Ray from Dallas. Now remember, this is the middle. Like this is, so Ray's in here too. Ray's fine. No problems with Ray. Jimmy's here. Lindsay's already here. Microdots, pretty legendary status. So like in this area, you know what I mean?
What is
Man's there.
this? My horizon. What is this? I don't
I feel like
even.
we have to create a separate, so I just want to say this. Somebody messaged me and called me today and was like, listen, Bestie, I really like you. I just want to make sure you know I support you, and said some really nice things. And then was like, I think you should give.
I don't understand. I don't understand. So you take people and you rank them, and you put them on a above the line, below the line, but you're just basing. What is this for?
JFK another try. Be nice. And I was like, I don't see it. And she's like, we just, you know, he's there for fun and blah, 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 blah. But I can't forget that he said I was a bitch in the mix. I can't get over it. And so therefore he's going underneath. He's above James Jackson. He's above James Jackson. And
God forbid he said I was a bitch in the mix. And oh my God.
he's above Tom CPU and Nan and all of those people. So I guess JFK's like here. That's the best I can do, quite frankly. Travis Kelsey is just below the fucking number 87 is just below the social circle line.
Travis Kelsey is a football player.
God damn it, Travis. Who else do we have? Kevin Kev is just below. It's not his fault. Blink twice if you need to be saved and helped, if you're being held captive. We need Mr. Monk's understudy in here,
Mr.
just
Monk,
above.
understudy?
I'm still taking suggestions. I did Emily Baker. She's here.
Wait,
Maura Healy. She goes in the Cunt Central.
then she just said Emily Baker. You guys heard? See? Wait, you see how I just did that? Emily C? See now? You see how she said I already did Emily Baker? She doesn't do Emily Baker. If this is Emily C, she doesn't even know what the hell she's doing.
She definitely qualifies for Cunt Central. Perfect. Karen Reed is here. She's just below the social circle horizontal line. Twisted Tragedies down here. She's above KP. Twisted Tragedies. her in her pink chair and her blue eye makeup.
I'm dead.
Lily Kangaroo, not someone that was on my radar until recently, seems to think I don't trust. Do we want to make a whole separate section for people that I just don't trust? Like don't trust. We'll just call this one trust issues.
Everybody,
And I make a motion,
trust issues is the name of the new category.
and I'm going to ask it to be seconded to move Monk from above the social line into the area of people that I just don't know if I can trust. Do I get a second? Is anybody going to second it? Nick Rockwell, say thank you very much. So we second. So we're going to move Monk, and we're going to move Monk over to trust issues. So we're going to put Monk here. And wait, who was the other person that I was adding that I wasn't sure? Jesus, I missed. Like I'm getting so distracted. Thank you for the second. Oh, the Lily. Lily goes in trust issues.
I
Okay.
know.
Let's see what else is
What's
here.
up, girl?
Nathan Reed. Nathan Reed gets a pass, even though Karen is below the social circle. Nathan Reed is a snack. And so I would feel like Nathan Reed gets to go above. Nathan Reed he's on the side of Jimmy. I mean,
I love
Nate Reed.
JFK.
And he trust is good. So he goes up.
Oh my God.
Cheech. We're going to make a separate section for Cheech. Hold on.
Cheech.
This one's going to be called Lesbians We Love. And we're going to put Cheech in here. Can I get a motion to move James Jackson into the Lesbians We Love category? Can I get a second?
Cheers. This is just priceless.
To move James.
Wow.
I have a motion on the floor to move James Jackson from where he is below the horizontal social line over to the Lesbians We Love section, and we got a second. So voted. So James Jackson is now moving over to here to Lesbians We Love. We did. This is a slam to Cheech. I'm sorry. We got a motion carries. We can't move Cheech. She is a lesbian and we love her. Oh my God, Jameson Souza. That is a story for maybe today. We'll see what time. It's 9:02. We'll see how much time we have. Jameson Souza goes to. We need a whole new section. We need a cuck section. Stand by. We need another color marker.
We need a cock section. Oh my God, I'm dead. Dude, this board is her personal feelings on these creators. And she wants you to pick a damn side.
Purple.
I just can't.
This is the cuck section. So Cryford is here. Motion to move LTL to the cuck category. I need a second. Second. Motion carries. So we're moving.
Motion carries.
So Cryford is here. Cryford, Jameson, Souza. I'll tell you the story about Jameson in a minute. Okay, LTL. That was the motion. Thank you. So LTL is going into here. LTL. So that's the cuck category. Thank you. Cryford is here. So the question is, why is Will Glera here? Because Will and I have had a little bit of an issue. If you remember, Will made some not so nice comments about me. LTL is already there. Huskies. Trust issues. Huskies.
Huskies?
Lindsay Gattani's already on. So because I see some people are trying to hold on.
Oh God. Oh God, what's happening now?
I bought a pointer. Welcome to the Bunny After Dark Horizon social chart. If you're new here,
I have a pointer of dead. What?
everybody starts here, okay? Everybody starts. You're not above, which is good. You're not below, which is bad. Everybody gets a chance to start here in the middle. Let's go over who's already a part of this. Clearly, above the Horizon social chart line, we have TT, my twin sister, and my husband, Jeff C. They are clearly at the top. Just above the line, Emily C., just because she's a little too sweet for me, Howie Carr, Ray from Dallas, just because I don't really know him very well, Mazda Media, because just by default, I don't like people who just play the middle of everything. I really need you to pick a side. So Mazda's on the middle. BLT is the account that parodies LTL, and it's great. We can't give fake burner accounts a lot of space on here because it's not a real person, but in essence, it's just above the line. Okay. Then over here, we have Nurse Kim and Will. They're together for obvious reasons, but we put Broken Baker above because I watched a couple of clips, and he's actually very entertaining. I'm okay with this. Lindsay Gattani is above the social line simply because of her helping Aiden out in his case. Normally she'd be down here, but she still wouldn't be down low. She definitely wouldn't be in Cunt Central. We created this whole separate section for cunts. She wouldn't be in Lesbians We Love, although I feel back in the day, she probably could have fit into that category. But she could also be in trust issues, in my opinion. So that's that. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Imagine her planning your high school reunion. Imagine her planning your vacation. Oh my God, guys, we are going to this restaurant and we're going to be leaving at 4. And then we're going to have 3 vans. And then these 3 are going to be in that van because I know that you guys don't like each other. So I got you guys separated. And I remember that you kissed her on that other trip. So I'm going to separate them. Oh my God. All right. Now, wow. Absolutely wow. Wow. Tyler Robinson, can we get this? I mean, what are they talking about in there? Like, how are they arguing this? This is wild. This is like, this was longer than I expected. I thought this would be quick, you know? This is supposed to be about safety concerns. Oh gosh, this is woo. Lord. Whew, not back yet. Yep, patiently waiting. I've been just trying to keep the crowd entertained here, and definitely, I mean, like I told you guys, just get the popcorn going, man. He hasn't had the opportunity yet. This is his first time being in front of a camera that's not been at the like a Zoom. This is his first public appearance in court ever since September 10th when this happened. I wasn't expecting this to be this long. Yeah, family holiday plans, guys. Come on, man. Again, it also includes whether or not to release the transcripts from the closed hearing on October 24th. You know, I've already put it out there a bunch of different times. The person that's been doing nice write-ups about this case is to check out Andrea Burkhart. Andrea Burkhart's just phenomenal as she is, but if you guys want to get caught up to speed, we've been going over the motions and stuff here. She does a nice job as well, but this is taking, like, wow. I wonder where Tyler's parents are. Maybe now I know why his attorneys were like, we want to ask that they can remain in the courtroom, because the media has had at them, or like, I mean, maybe they're in a room or something like that. But oh my gosh. Woo. Yes, me too. I'm interested in the Shanna Gardner case. You see the latest? I got some new filings over here. Shanna Gardner case, 1,000% going to be really interesting. We had some new depositions come through, and the people that I was like, they better be depoing. Boom. Victor and Jorge Cruz were on a list. They were residents over there. I'll tell you what else. The state of Florida is no longer seeking the death penalty. So also, I went and pulled Kirsten Bridegan's, she did a wrongful death suit. So I pulled that. She's suing Shanna Gardner and Mario Fernandez Saldana and Henry Tenon for wrongful death. I'm going to go over that. And then I have the state is no longer seeking the death penalty in the case. The death penalty is off the table. And that was a big blow. Whoa. So interesting. That was what they bartered with Henry Tenon. Like, hey, we're only going to charge you with second degree murder if you basically said that you were the shooter and that you were hired and you're going to like testify against Mario Saldana. And so it's now the state has put in, and they're not seeking the death penalty. Now they're taking that back. And so that's interesting. Normally when that happens, it's because someone's going to, talk or possibly taking another deal, things like that. It's very similar to what's going on I don't think that that's happening in the Shanna Gardner case. I believe that Nelson they were getting compounded with all these motions for the death penalty stuff from Jose Baez's side. And I mean, these filings were like hundreds of pages. And so I think it was just like, dude, we need to focus on this case. We don't have the resources to do this right now. And I think to not have sanctions come down the road, it's like a good faith type thing. I don't know. So Gwen, did the latest Jules video fuck up your documentary? I have no idea what you're talking about. None. Don't even know what that means. That's very interesting. Oh yeah, people have been talking about Grace Patrick. Sarah Grace Patrick. I have to take a look. I have not yet. No, haven't had any time. Good to hear your laugh, Lana. I know you, girl. Today, I'm telling you, I've gotten like the amount of laughing that I've done today. It's got my back aching because I'm over here like. What? Thank you, Yuri. Thank you, Yuri. Yuri gave 5 memberships out. For my documentary, I'll be using my own videos that I get from the. Actually, I get them for myself. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. I have no idea, but rock on, Gigi. Thanks for your membership here. Appreciate it. Make sure I highlight that. Yep. Gwen, thanks for being a member here. Appreciate your support. Woo, woo. Oh, I was in Pittsburgh for 2 months at my sister's. I had surgery. How are you? Are you back in Miami? You're in Miami alone now? You doing okay, girl? Hope you're doing well. Using whose videos? What are you talking about? I use videos that don't have any talks on them. Like, what do you mean? The raw stuff. What are you talking about? You should ask, did you watch my video this morning? Okay, have a good day. Just get him out. We don't have time for this. I have no idea what that even means. Use somebody's video. What are you talking about? Why won't I use Jules' video? That doesn't even make any sense. Had a work meeting, come back and still waiting. I know, right? That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Yeah. Oh, yes. Chase Merritt's, it's his daughter. Yep. I wish he had stronger defense. I wish he had some experts, man. I'll reach out to his sister though and his daughter. She's a big advocate of her dad, Chase. There, in fact, she's either already an attorney or she's about to become one because of everything that happened to her dad. So, thank you, Susie. Thank you, Susie. Oh, right. I don't even know. I thought she worked with one of the newscasts back during the Karen Reed case. That's what I knew her as. I thought she wrote for one of the stations. I have no idea, but I thought the whiteboard was coming out to talk about like the case. Oh, I said a social horizon chart, a horizon social chart. I about fell over. I said, "Oh my God." Okay, let me tell y'all who, I'm gonna do one for the television shows that are out. Let me tell you guys what TV shows I like, and let me tell you guys what documentaries I like. You know, um, Lou Poirier has been funny watching last night. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I can't believe this is taking this long. We might have to watch this on replay. I mean, there must be some serious oral arguments going on. We couldn't even get a hearing for the Brian Colbert case. I mean, this is for this type of a hearing and an update. And I mean, Hitler was like, and go, 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 go. Nope, they can't testify. Nope, no, 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 go, go, go. It was just like speed, 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 speed. That's what cracks me up about these these judges. It's like we wait forever we file motions and a judge is like, yeah, here you just have a couple minutes to talk about it. What? Very bizarre. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Okay. So has there been a Lauren sighting? Oh, in Utah? No idea. No idea. We're just patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. All right, again, I have a rule for a reason. So if it was my fault showing this social chart horizon, but yeah. We don't attack each other, and we definitely don't attack other creators in my chat. So those get automatically deleted and carry on with your bad self. So, oh my God. You are perfectly fine. We are waiting, waiting, and waiting. You are not late. We are just looking at this standby for court hearing. Lovely. Oh, is it on? Still not on. Let's see. God, really? They've been oral arguing for. It's opened at 2. It's 3:50. That's going to be 2 hours, and he only talked to the court for like 6 minutes. So, oh, Lanny, you made my day. I won the membership lottery. You guys, what's crazy about that is the person that buys them for whoever, and the person that the person that actually buys the memberships for other people, and the creator. That's not even how it works. It's supposed to be like randomized, And we thought it was back in the day that you actually had to be like present at that, live stream. And I still think it's a thing. But see but then how does it know to like give you something to this channel? Yeah, but that doesn't make sense though to me. Because like I've never received a membership to a random channel that I've never been to. Let me put it to you that way. So how it would know that I've never received a random membership to a channel that I've never been to. I think actually you do. I just think, well, you would have had to have at least been there at least at some point. I'm just saying I've never received a membership to a channel that I've never commented at, or like, I'm trying to think. I even personally think that I've never received a membership gifted to me that I wasn't physically at. But because I think one time I didn't think that I was there. You know how if you're doing something, especially if you have like the premium, you could like close out, but yet still be hearing. That's what's awesome about premium, guys. If you don't have YouTube premium, I feel like I'm doing a commercial, but it's literally awesome because not only do you not see any of the ads, but when you watch YouTube and you don't have premium, the only thing that you can do is watch YouTube. When you have premium, you can actually close out of YouTube and still hear it and do other things with your phone. So it's just, you can multitask. So. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Lana, who wins an IU OSU rematch for the you think it's going to come down to those two? I think Georgia got pretty hot here at the end. I wouldn't want to go up against Georgia right now. I have Georgia making a run. I think Ohio State's going to make the national championship, but I think Georgia's pretty hot. That's my take on that. SNL skit with Nancy Grace when YouTube commercials come on. Do they still have those? People have been asking me about that, just like in life general. I don't know. He'll be fine for the playoffs. I would love to see him win again. He has a restaurant with Patrick Mahomes, and Bella's. I told you guys she's big into the Fever, and she's a avid watcher of Sophia Cunningham's podcast. And they were talking about the Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes steak restaurant, a Prime, whatever it's called, 1587. It's 1587. It's their two numbers together, 15 and 87. So it's 1587. What is it, Prime? And she's like, I really want to go to this restaurant. Well, it's in Kansas City. And she's like, it's so hard to get in, and you have to like make reservations way in advance. And I'm like, well, go ahead, make some reservations out there, around like I forget if it was like right before Thanksgiving, right after, like during the holidays, something like that. Sure as shit, they hit her up and they're like, we can accommodate you. And I was like, shit. I guess it's really hard to get into this restaurant. And it was on a Tuesday night. But they hit her up and they were like, we can accommodate you. Would you like to, and I was, yeah, I was like, if it was the week of, I was like, put in for January. It was how many days would they give us, like a week notice though? It was a couple days notice. Yeah, who's ever running their they're doing a good job if they're on it. Harry Potter Spirit says, I've had gifted memberships for channels I've subbed to but never interacted with and haven't even been in the live at the time. But have you watched it? I've never ever had that happen, so. I think that YouTube should change that. I don't think that you should get a membership to a channel that you're not even subscribed to. I think that that's crazy. Oh, so you would have had to like watch the channel at some point,
Yes, absolutely. Watch it at some point, not interact, absolutely.
but you have to watch it.
Yes, but that means that that channel is so high up on gifting
Okay.
that it cycles to that much.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. Really good.
See, there you go. There you go. Oh, 294 watching, 224 likes. Yeah, hit that thumb. Don't be a bum. So I mean, I am like literally like it's about to be 4. I can't even believe it. Yeah, well, they shouldn't have expected to be in there. Brian Etten can, yeah. That's why she was crying, because she couldn't be in there. I got you. So, the truth on why Tyler Robinson's mom was crying is because she couldn't be in there when they were like, we're going to excuse you, according to Brian Etten. So, I have no idea who would have ever told them that they could. That's a lawyer problem. For them to even have that expectation. These lawyers and communicating. But see, you have to remember though too, their client is not the parent. Okay. Their client is this person, Tyler Robinson. And then it's up to him. If he wants to tell his family stuff, then he could, but you're not supposed to talk over the phone. You're not supposed to be, you'd want to, hey, do not talk to them about anything. Then they need to come and see you in person, So, but these lawyers could do a better job about it, because it's not client attorney privilege information by you saying that, hey, we can make, a standing motion. We can like ask for that, but that's going to, for them to even think that was going to be a possibility. I just think that's a huge problem. Oh. This is to allow if cameras are going to be in the courtroom or not. Right now they're talking about, there was a hearing on October 24th. The media is trying to get the transcripts to that closed hearing. The public wants a trial to be public. We the public, we the people, we the media. They're advocating for it to be a. And I'm telling you why the media is there advocating, guys. Don't think for a second it's because of any other reason, because of money, money, money. That's why. Okay. Yeah, they can say thank God, but then guess what? Like right now, we need transparency in a lot of cases. That after this shit show or something ends in a weird, wild like plea, come on, we need transparency there. But at the end of the day, they're there to try to keep cameras in the courtroom. Both sides here want cameras not in the courtroom. Okay. And they think that if cameras are in the courtroom, it's going to, well, the state is about security and the defense is about a right to a fair trial. You guys, use the public docket. Okay. If you want there to be truth, use the public docket the right way and put it through the docket. And that's how, this whole sealing, unbelievable. But that's what the gist said. This is for cameras. This is about, can we have cameras in the courtroom for this trial? Can the public know about the closed hearing on October 24th? We want the transcripts. I wanted to hear the oral arguments. Okay, I thought that the only part that was going to be closed is talking about the damn security issues. Okay? None of us should know about how they're planning on keeping everybody safe. Okay? If I was to be reporting there live and in person, I don't want anybody to know about that. So it should be closed. After that, nothing else should be closed. I want to hear the arguments. That's what we should want to learn, the arguments here, so that we ourselves, we can all have our own opinion, because we actually heard the merits to each argument, to each side. When we don't get to hear both sides because the media, motherfucking media, okay, they're only going to tell you one side. They're only going to give them the narrative that they want to put out. But I want to be able to make my own decisions based off of hearing it for myself. Okay. I always tell you guys every single day that you're ever at this channel, thumbs it up, thumbs it down. You just saw the video. Either you liked it or you didn't. Have your own opinions, but have your opinion because it's yours, because you actually know. Otherwise, don't do anything because you don't know. But like, make your own decision. Hear both sides, and then have your opinion because of what you saw and heard. All right. I'll tell you what, AI is getting pretty out of control. I think AI is more is scarier than anything right now. You can make Tyler Robinson having a beer with some friends and furries. Okay, that's what you can do. It's
They don't want to know what we're gonna do. Don't tell them.
don't tell them anything. It should be open. There's no security risk, in my opinion. It just seems like everybody picks and chooses when they want to argue a certain way for something. Charlie Kirk was assassinated in front of the world. The world should see this trial. Okay, this has been nothing but a complete cluster. All right, and it happened on a college campus. It was clearly political, and this should not be draped in secrecy. Fuck that. Fuck that. Okay. We should know when you're going to put somebody and you want to put somebody to death in this country, like you playing God. Okay, we'll play God in front of my fucking eyes because I want to see this shit. Because I'll tell you what, when myself or you try to go kill somebody, we get in trouble for that. Okay? Government is trying to execute somebody. I want to see what the hell you think that you should be executing somebody for. And that it's the right person. And you know what I think is just unbelievable is for any argument out there to be that, oh, Trump said so-and-so. Trump should never have said anything. Okay. But if we allow people in power, politicians, whoever, because they make a comment, think about this. If they make a comment, then what stops you from like purposely making a comment to then make it so that it can't be, an open court? Hey, just go out there and comment right away and be stupid and ridiculous, and then we the people get screwed. Ridiculous. Horrible argument. It just would be, you're just setting people up to then just say like, hey, go and say something and put it on some tweet or whatever. And then because of that, we're not going to have a public trial. No. Nope. I want to hear how the FBI, I want to see the evidence. I shouldn't have to go to Utah to see this. It was broadcast. I should not have to go to Utah to see this trial. Why? Because the fucking murder was in front of our faces on social media, on channels that were broadcasting live. I shouldn't have to go to Utah, okay, to see this trial. I should be able to see this trial from the same way that I saw him be murdered, which was right over the screen. Okay. The government, lay your case out. The defense, defend the case in public. And you know what? If you're going for the death penalty, by God, there is no plea deal. Okay? Because then why are you going for the death penalty? If you're just going to plea deal at the end of the day, then you shouldn't be going for the death penalty. There should be no bartering with the death penalty to be able to secure a plea deal. Absolutely not. That has to stop. I feel like the moment that the state or the Commonwealth ever go to seek death, then you can never seek a plea deal. That should be a new rule. Should be a new law. What's up, Lionheart? How you been? I want to see, like, they want to put out this probable cause affidavit and write all the crap that they did, and that I want to see these bullets. I want to hear why anybody in their right mind would go and do that, and then think that they would just hang around, drive around, and I'm going to wait here and go collect my gun, and it'd be just absolute ridiculous shit. Okay. Texting it all, and then say, hey, go hurry up right now. Go run underneath my computer. Look underneath my, keyboard. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I want to see this shit, man. So it's, yeah. It's crazy what algorithms will do too. Algorithms keep you in like a certain area, only seeing certain shit, I want to see all the sides. I don't want to see just one side. I want to see all the sides. Oh, thank you, Brooke. Appreciate that. That was really kind. Come on. What is going on? You guys, this is the longest. It's 4:08, 2 hours and 8 minutes to talk about what? What are they going to need a closed or an open hearing for? For him to say, okay, here's my ruling. Don't you guys think it's crazy that mainstream media who was covering the Idaho 4 case, like crazy style, right? The moment that they've had the opportunity to pay money and go and obtain stuff, the mainstream media, not a single penny, not one dime has been spent on anything to uncover in the Idaho 4 case. But all they did the whole entire trial is beg and put filing in after filing after filing to have the gag order lifted and da-da-da. It's fucking crazy. They haven't spent $1, not one penny. And for all we know, if family was provided that information and given stuff, and then the family was then here, we'll give it, but not a single penny has been spent by mainstream media in a case that they covered religiously for almost 3 years and fucked up left and right with their coverage. And now when it comes to here, the documents will show the truth. Go get the documents. They won't go and get them. They won't spend a precious cent, not one penny. And that is what I'm going to put. That's one of my arguments. The amount of money that they want in Moscow for anybody, I don't care how much money you make, is, you could argue it that you can't afford that. A fucking next, like a mortgage, pay a mortgage payment a month. Get out of here. Sick. And I'm not going to get away with it. Media coalition, my motherfucking ass. So full of shit. Oh, they want to talk about Brian not getting fucking bananas. Lives. That's what they're broadcasting. Breaking news. Brian is pissed that bananas aren't on his tray. Oh my God. What a story. Woo! Yeah. Sign me up. Unreal. It just literally, that shit. I'll get fired up, so I need to stop talking about it. It's really bad. Really bad. Larissa girl, thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout that in your ear. Thank you for the Cash App, girl. It makes sense. I was wondering where you were. I was like, where is Larissa? But it makes also sense, like, let's say that you like a certain case and I'm not covering, or you're following a case, you know, that's whatever cases that you like and are interested in. I think that you should go, you know, listen and do that wherever. I'm waiting for some more. Pretty soon here, we're going to have Shanna Gardner is going to be going through some really big motions here after the holidays. And I want to see Jose Baez work this courtroom. Nothing is happening yet. Nothing is happening. I just want to know what are they talking about? Murky, she's like, I saw some MSM report. Oh yeah, it's just, and you know where they're getting this information? It's not like they have like him writing it out. Okay, they have Chris McDonough on there talking about it. Like, Chris McDonough, where did you hear this from? Oh, your sources in the prison? Okay, I know who his source is, and ridiculous. Ugh, ridiculous. You know what's crazy too? Let's talk about John O'Keefe. Where's people? Yeah, exactly. Where's people out there? Like step 1 was free Karen Reed. Step 2 is get justice for John O'Keefe, right? You know, there's a lot of evidence that made its way through. Okay, think about this. A lot of evidence that made its way through the 2 different trials that Karen Reed had. Who out there that's been covering the Karen Reed case, where has any where's the full body cams or the dash cams from any of this raw stuff? Where's any of the evidence, reports, anything? What creator that has been covering the Karen Reed case or mainstream has gone and gotten anything to do with the Karen Reed case? There's people that made hundreds of thousands of dollars off that case. Think about that. The media, for starters, like mainstream media. It's absolutely wild. You know, the jurors are saying that Karen Reed not only was not guilty, she was innocent. And there's jurors that are saying, like, there's, you know, so who killed John O'Keefe, right? He wasn't hit by a car, right? So maybe there's actually, if somebody was to dig through that stuff, that we could bring to light, you know, who really killed John O'Keefe and how. You know? It's just, it's funny. That's what I've been paying attention to. Like, who's out there, you know, wants to start from scratch with that case? And I don't know, maybe people are just waiting for the, I don't know, civil case and think that you're going to get your hands on stuff through that drip of discovery. We'll see. I love Yuri. I haven't seen not a single raw video of anything to do in the Karen Reed case that's been put out, except for the arrest of Karen Reed. Okay. Which I mean, get the Ring camera, get the dash cams of all of the people that drove. How about the Sally Port? I mean, I'm just saying, like, we have nothing in its raw form. It has not been put out. Not a single person has put that out in its raw form at all. It's pretty interesting. Where's the does that mean that mainstream media believes that Karen Reed got off? Think about it, man. Think about that. Mainstream media should be like, hey, so what's going on with John O'Keefe? Someone murdered him. For fluffs. Mainstream media does what mainstream media does for their pockets, period. That's why I think it'd just be so hard to work for mainstream media and like be so passionate about like, dude, wait, what are you talking about? We're not going to do this. That's why I guess Ted Daniels, to me, he's done the most. Ted Daniels broke a huge story in the whole Michael Proctor flicking off of his of the kill switch with that's huge because I didn't even know that existed. Like, that's the shit, man. So Ted Daniels, props for that. Okay, guys, it's 4:18. This is absurd. I mean, I love all of you guys, but we have holiday plans. I was not expecting this at all. At all. Man, I'm not as passionate as the feelings board. Hey, my social circle. Hey. Let me tell you guys who I like. Get out of here. Oh my God. Dear Diary. That's all I gotta say. Dear Diary. Dear Diary. Get out. Dude, it's been 2 hours and 18 minutes since court started for Tyler Robinson. Yeah. If any, I think the layout of that college is going to come into big play in this case because anybody who just has a ounce of a brain that's doing security would have said, "Oh my God, Utah Valley, you guys, we can go there, but that is a huge security. The way that it sits and where you guys want to do this." Charlie's just sitting out there, and there's a ton of roof access to entirely around 360 because everything sits down and the buildings are set into the mount. It's nightmare. So, well, yeah. Yep, so we're just going to come back for it. Atlanta reviewing TV. I don't even know what that was. All right, guys, so I will then replay it later. Sorry, but I wasn't planning on this, and I really got to go. Santa's important. Yeah, I know. Boot them out. Write stupid shit. Get stupid prizes. Play stupid games. Win stupid prizes. It's probably a past one. Again, thank you guys. Might be back later. If I was, it'd be at 10, and there'll be a thumbnail for it. But back at it tomorrow morning. Join me at 10 a.m. because we have more on the phone calls that were made today with the Idaho 4 case. And we're going to bust out it's a 4:17 a.m. to 4:20 a.m. You do not want to miss this because it goes and coincides with the dog barking to start, and you're going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. It's literally going to blow your mind. And in my opinion, it is like, this is what would be reasonable doubt into what time the crime really happened and who and what dog is barking and how many. 10 a.m. tomorrow. Be there, be square. Adios.